One of the main focuses that bioenergetic wellness provides us with is a way to bring goals and intentions forward. Natasha, can you share with us why that's even important when we're doing self-care and doing wellness protocols?
Well, if you take a goal as the steam in a steam engine, it provides the impetus to move forward. It gives you the drive. Without a goal, you have no reason to move from your status quo into something else. It's like the steam, and the same with a challenge. A challenge is also a reason to move forward and to move into a different place.
Perfect. And if someone was to do a wellness protocol, so they wanted pain relief, but the pain relief just really didn't have any direction where it wanted to go. The pain's gone, so now what? What happens then to someone? What's the difference between just doing that and this goal setting and intention that we use?
Well, basically, you're like a cork in the water. You have nowhere to go. You're just floating along, and maybe you bump into something, or maybe you float along down the river, and you don't even want to go there. So the thing is, if you have no direction, you don't know where you're going. If you have no direction, if there's an obstacle, you cannot overcome that obstacle because you have no anchor and no lead. You cannot go, and you're like the cork in the water that gets floated along and ends up behind a boulder and cannot go anywhere else because you don't
And
know where to go to.
so if someone was to say, well, I just kind of let the universe provide, or I like to see where things end up, what does that mean for someone then?
Hmm. When do you know there's an end? When do you know that you're at a dead end? Or if there's another possibility? Because with a goal, you always have choices. With a goal, you have an end point that you want to reach, and then maybe go further behind that. That will be the next goal. But the thing is, you know what direction you want to go. And if you're stuck, let's say 500 meters before the goal, and you have no goal, you don't even know that you're just 500 meters before the goal.
So for those people that are thinking about what's the difference in their self-care or their wellness plan in some of the ideas that come from just plain health coaching or wellness coaching, there is a difference. And the bioenergetic wellness approach has a very specific formula, and goal setting and intention are very powerful. That's why we use them.
One of the coolest things that I've learned since we've been working together, when we asked people before, what is your goal? And they would say like a really random goal or a common goal is like, I want to lose weight. And you know that example because we've used it before to show people what goal setting means. So I want to lose weight, but what does it mean when you lose weight? So if you ask them to describe the picture, what comes when you have lost the weight, when you are slimmer. Yeah, I want to move more. Yeah, what do you want to move more? You just want to move more from the TV to the couch, or do you want to go dancing? So in the end, for most people, when they start describing their goal and when they actually drive into what they want, it's often not losing the weight, but it's more being more social or being more valued, or and that is a different picture than just losing weight because you don't have to have more friends, or you don't get friends just by or be more social just by losing weight. That's the thing. You can be accepted with the weight that you have, right? Might be more healthy, or you might be healthier, um but that doesn't mean you go out more.
Right. And so that goal then is a misidentified goal,
Mm-hmm.
and one which I'm sure people are thinking about losing weight have carried with them their whole lives. And has it made any difference that they carried that goal with them, except to maybe judge themselves because they either were successful, unsuccessful, were successful, but then lost it. And it's a constant judgment that kind of goes on in their life rather than the actual output of what do they really want.
Yeah.
And that's what we can get at.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you go that down that way, because it becomes a totally different approach. Because being more social can mean that you have less anxiety, that you're less shy because you all of a sudden realize it doesn't matter if I have that weight or not. If I'm an outgoing person, and that's my own journey. So I learned that myself. Um, Funny as it is through online dating. But the part being is that you all of a sudden are valued differently and you see yourself in a different light. And that makes it easier to approach other people or be open to be approached instead of just being focused. I'm too fat to meet somebody.
Or I can't walk, or I can't go to the corner store, or I can't go out and do the activities I love to do because it's awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So goal setting really does drive us in a different direction, allows us to see a bigger picture, and allows us to engage in a different way that leads to a goal in a way we might not have even thought of.
Yeah. It opens the way for more possibilities because how you get there is different than when you don't know where to get to.